When did you start rapping?
When did I start rapping?
Yeah.
Dude, I was writing songs by myself without showing anybody, like Skrupski does. When,
True.
When I was like, I don't know, 13, 12.
13.
Yeah, I remember writing a song in my room in my mom's house, and I thought it was pretty good. And in high school, I wrote a verse for this girl over the "Welcome to Atlanta" beat, and my homies clowned me super hard on it.
Oh, that's a devastating blow.
It's probably like real cringy.
Do you remember what you were rapping
it.
about when you were 13? Or writing about when you were 13?
Yeah, I had a song about like seeing like a girl like out my window walking down the street.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, and I like wrote it about that. It was like some more like boy band type of feel. I think.
I feel like when
I don't even think it was like hip hop. I was just writing lyrics.
When you're like 13 years old, you only have like your influence pool is like so small.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you haven't experienced anything yet, and it's like, you know.
And you listen to what's on the radio for the most part.
Star
you might have like
104.
a couple CDs or whatever of your favorite guys.
I was riding in my mom's Ford Escort, the red Ford Escort, you know, listening to Star 104.
Right.
So, you know, whatever I heard or whatever I was like writing or thinking about that in my head was a direct, you know, result of that.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I did the Welcome to Atlanta. Doom, doom, doom.
I remember that Jermaine Dupri and
yeah,
Ludacris.
he was on the remix, I believe.
Yeah.
He might have been on the original, but yeah, it's Jermaine Dupri. He might have been on the first one. Yeah, I guess he was on the first one.
I can't remember.
Yeah, Welcome to Atlanta. Of course he was on the
Welcome
first
to
one.
Atlanta where the players play.
Yeah. They did have a remix to that, though.
I remember the remix.
And I wrote a song in 10th grade chemistry class.
Uh-huh.
All right. So we all got
Did
broken up.
you go to collegiate too?
Yeah.
With Dave?
Yeah, I was a year older than him.
Okay, cool.
So I'm 05. And Mr. Fiok.
I remember this.
Yeah.
With our class.
And we got paired up into groups of two for the final project.
Right.
And it was me and my homie Jerome Boykin. And saw him not too long ago. He popped up at the club. So you got assigned an element, and our element was magnesium, and you had to present it in X amount of different ways. So you had to come up with like 3 or 4 different presentations or something like that. I feel like because I remember we did a PowerPoint too, and I think we wrote like a comic strip. But I wrote a song.
Magnesium's like an
about
interesting
magnesium.
element too.
It was
It's very reactive.
Magnesium is an interesting issue. It's mostly made of cells of your body tissue.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah. So literally, I wrote a song. I can never remember the second verse of the song though, and it always breaks my heart. And I know it's on. I have a copy of it on this 2008 Dell laptop that I haven't been able to turn on since like 2010.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but I still have it. In fact, I think my homie, the 3-time Jeopardy champion Adam Holquist, has that laptop. He was going to try to get it for me, and he failed. And I got to figure that out because I know I can still get that stuff out of it. But in any event, we wrote a song called Magnesium over the Bow Wow basketball beat. They're playing basketball. I was like, we need magnesium. That made Jerome do the hook. It was pretty bad, but I spit the verses and we killed it.
It sounds dope.
It
might have been bad, but it sounds dope.
Yeah, it was like magnesium is an interesting issue. It's mostly made of cells in your body tissue. You want to rhyme like me? I bet you wish you could. I want to see it, so I really wish you would. Only 1% of it is found in your blood. The blood levels are kept constant, so there won't be a flood. Keeps your heart rhythm steady and your bones so strong. Y'all know magnesium is the name of this song. We need magnesium.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, when blood levels of it are very low, and IV drip a tablet to provide some more, but too much may cause adverse effects. Diarrhea is the worst of these bad effects. Potassium's also in fruits and veggies. Eat lots of them, and your health won't be edgy. And also, your blood pressure will stay low, so heart disease and other problems will be no.
What? Yeah. That's the Everything at Once exclusive right there, dude.
I mean, that's like a good wholesome rap. I remember when I was in high school, not really writing raps about things that
Magnesium?
I knew about. No, not magnesium or things I knew about. Just like trying to model
Be
it
tough
after
and live
like
that life.
the gangster rap, you
That's
know. And, like,
right.
I remember my mom finding a few of my. Like,
Yo,
written out
I
things.
actually happened to be once.
Yeah, and like I don't remember any of mine, but I had a homie. my homie Paul, he wrote one about he had an '86 Buick Regal, and all I remember is the hook of it because it made his mom cry because it was
Wow.
pick you up. What it was like pick you up in the '85 Regal, got the style to make the girls spread eagle. And
Oh shit. That made his mom cry.
oh yeah, dude, it was
Wow.
a super sexual song.
The funniest part is like I look young now, but like when I was 16, I legit looked like I was 8 years old. And in my like, I wish I had my old ID. I should just keep it on me just in case to pull it out. So here's like an 8-year-old driving this old '89 Toyota Celica, like bumping Jeezy really hard in like white suburban neighborhoods all the time, and I can just imagine people pulling up next to me and like looking at me and being like, "What the fuck is this 8-year-old doing right now? What is he doing with his life?" Fuck it though.
And that was funny because I remember he was like, "Yo, aren't you gonna get on this?" You know, and I was like, "Nah, dude, like this is all about you, shit." He's like, "No, man, just like write something." And I wrote a verse to the song called "Telekinesis" that we did.
I remember that.
And
song.
yeah, it was over Big Pun. You came up. You came up. What? Making that happen. From rapping on the corner of the block to going platinum.
Hell
so
yeah.
when you roll, I used to ready to ride. It was on that beat. It's like a. The beat was fire. That beat was so fire, dude. Oh man, yo, I wish I could remember my verse.
I feel like
I'm trying to remember. Like it was like. So back up in the day, way back when I was just a young bull, I never had to worry, yo, my mama kept me dumb fool. Life was like a cookie, but my cookie never crumbled, and my pops was always busy, but the man was always humble. And little did I know, inside my school I'd be so blinded, and I thought it was a privilege to be enrolled up in private. I was brought up to find God, sometimes it's just so hard to find them. They tried to teach me abstinence, they had me absent-minded. Life was so limited, I was living in a bubble, and my mama always told me better stay up out of trouble, so I stayed up out of tussles, focused on my muscle, working just because it's how it was before I learned to hustle. And then once I had a taste, I had a mouthful. I just wanted to stack cake and vision and fill in the house for 9 years away from home. You know the place that I was raised in. Believe I'm here to stay because I'm in it for the taking. Life ain't always what it seemed. Keep my mind grounded, but I always keep on dreaming. Penny in the water fountain. I'm crowned the king of my mountain. My rain won't fall. And until the day I'm 6 feet down, promise to have a ball. Yeah. I can't believe I remember that.
where did the name come from? The Lower East Side connection.
Keith grew up on 4th and Parade. Dubo was from the Lower East Side. Granted, Dubo was never in the band. He hung out with us all the time, and he was part of the original creation, like playing the drums on the keyboard. Same thing with Boyer. Boyer was on the bass, even though he never played in the band. Mm-hmm. They all grew up on the Lower East Side. I technically was from like Middle East Side. I grew up on Buffalo Road between Brandis and Penn Ave. Mm-hmm. So I was right by the 12th Street Viaduct. You go over that bridge. Yep. Now I'm on the Lower East Side. But I played boys baseball and all that shit, and all my like, I had homies down on the Lower East Side. I was always down there. So just coming up with names, we were brainstorming. We were in my mom's basement when I was on house arrest and trying to throw names out there. And we're like, that sounds cool. All right, that's what we'll do.
Fuck yeah.
You know, we just stuck with it. Then we all moved out to the Lower East Side eventually.
So you couldn't.
I live on the Lower East Side now. Yeah, I actually do. Yeah, and I remember when I moved back down there too. I was like, we should change the name of the band back. But LEC obviously is still from Lower East Side Connection. Right. People just got to know us more as the LEC. Mm-hmm. So we just kept it like that, and we left it up for an interpretation.
Yeah.
Loves extra cheese.
Ooh.
That should be the name of your next album, is Return to the Lower East Side.
That's sweet.
Yo, I'm not going to lie. The day that I moved back there, I was like, I don't know if this is the move. I felt like I'd be going somewhere else. But no, opportunity is bliss. Now I'm down there for a reason, and it's cool, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's always cool to like represent where you're from, too. You know what I mean? As much as like...
It's kind of what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
A little bit, you know?
Bring a little pride back to Erie. I mean, our saying's like, it's okay to love Erie, you know, and...
I hate that saying.
That's so
shitty. I work at the airport. It's like right on the building. On the airport.
What the fuck?
I'm like, why is that there?
Yeah, dude.
I remember people hating, like, so when we did the My Home video, I remember, like, people saying, like, I never seen these kids on the Lower East Side before. Like, who's that? And I remember Keith went on the YouTube comments and just commented, and all he said was 4th and Parade. Like, we ain't here that long, man. Mm-hmm. Me and Scrub lost countless friends, man, like, through our 20s. Life, you don't know, man. It's not that long. So it's like, you got X amount of time to leave an impact. And I have found in my life that music has just been ultimately the best way that I can leave an impact. I've just impacted people that way. I always use this example, like Daylight. So when I put out Daylight, I had multiple people, one female especially, who's unfortunately not with us anymore today. But I remember I got a message from her specifically, and she was going through a tough time. She was like, hey, I really love that song you put out. She was like, it really helps me get through the day. And I was like always planning on going to like, I have a degree in broadcast journalism with a certificate in sports journalism. And I'm like, going to be a play-by-play guy or something like that, which still could be a great fallback. I'd have fun with that. But I remember getting messages like that, dude, and being like, wow, I'm just never going to impact somebody's life the way that I am now. And I'm not even like, I wouldn't even consider myself good, like my thought process at that time, yet. And I'm like, I'm already impacting people in a positive way. I'm never going to do that behind a desk. Right. And I just kept with it. I just, that's why music is so much of a big part of my life. And now it's why I'm trying to create opportunities for other people to be able to get their voices out there and push themselves and spread their message.
There's something really powerful about just having something authentic from your soul. You know what I mean?
There's no feeling like it.
Yeah, and putting it out there and having people like love, enjoy it, and cherish it, and have it leave some sort of effect on them is just magic.
That feeling, man, when I write a song and it really comes together, dude, it brings you to tears. And like when you hear it, or like even when I just like finish writing a song and I'm happy with it, my hair will be standing up on my arms. And I just like, I know this is right. Like, I know it. I feel it, Dave impacted me significantly. And, through him, I was able to continue to impact. And now I've created connections because of him. And that's what I want to be to people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping to be, too. And continue to, do all that same shit. All that shit really touches me right now. So thank you very much for coming on. Yeah. Cheers to fucking Dave and what's his name out in New York?
Bloomquist. Well, it's not Bloomquist anymore. He changed his last name. James Fiorella. Yeah.
Fiorella.
Yeah, James Fiorella.
Shout out to both those guys. Yeah. Y'all are amazing. Yeah. Jonny, you're fucking amazing. Thank you for coming on. This has been super fun, dude.
Dude, this is cool. Cool experience, man. I love that you guys are doing this,
Check out. Go ahead.
I was just going to say there really is so much music overlooked in this town, and not just hip hop, all genres. Right. And I challenge anybody who listens to this to dig and check people out, because there's so much freaking talent around here. And check out my music. That's probably what you were going to get into or something.
Yeah, something similar.
Or your guys' podcast.
Check out his music. Check out our podcast. Yeah. Go to the Rook. Go to all these other venues that are out here that are holding shows for local bands that are out there trying to, put their hearts and souls out to people so they can listen and be touched too.
They're out here.
Have these authentic experiences.
We're doing shows at the Rook now. We're opening our doors. So we've only been open at 9 o'clock since like pre-pandemic. And now we're opening up at 8 starting last week.
What?
So we're doing shows like 9:30 rather than 10:30. So because I think more people will come to the shows if they're a little bit earlier. Mm-hmm. And when I do get my album out, one of the things that has taken me a long time with it is that I want to showcase so much talent on it. It's not just about me. So I have songs by several different producers. Like I was saying, I got like Maddie B produced a couple songs for me. Okay. C Brown produced some songs for me. I got a song with Chauncey Bilsup, fire. That dude is sick, dude. Yeah. I have beats right, man. I'm trying to remember like what other ones I got. Pat Roach. I have beats from people right now like Dommy. James Thigpen, he goes by J Tiz. He's putting out music right now that's super fire. Good homie, Team Lightskin, Team Hybrid. He's a good friend of mine. His music is super fire, and he's putting it out now. He's got stuff coming out that's already out. I also have a whole folder of beats from Anthony Rogers, who's another producer around here. That dude's super talented, young cat. I've been sitting on his beats for a couple months, man, and I got one I'm working on right now. I told him the other day, I was like, dude, this shit's fire. I finally figured one out. Sorry, I've had a lot of stuff going on. But one of the goals with my album is to just showcase, different engineers and different producers. And like I said, Pat's engineered shit on it. My dude Ben Waite he's doing a lot of the mastering on it and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to connect as much local talent as I possibly can.
Spread the love around.
Yeah.
Just like us, we're just trying to connect all the local talent, entrepreneurs, people that just love this space that we call home and want to make the best out of it.
There's plenty of room for everybody at all these tables.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We all want to eat, so come eat with us.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you again. Thank you, everybody who out there listening. You guys are the best. Peace out.
Peace.